A family's deepest secrets unraveled. It's the early hours of a spring morning in Port Charles when the tension reaches its breaking point. The hospital is bustling with the usual flurry of activity, but inside a private room, the Falconeri family faces the aftermath of a life-or-death situation. Rocco, the son of Lulu and Dante, has just been rushed in after collapsing from alcohol poisoning during a seemingly innocent family gathering. What started as a fun evening quickly turned into a nightmare when Rocco was found unconscious, a glass of wine spilled on the floor beside him. The cause of the young man's reckless behavior is unknown, but the repercussions for everyone involved are about to spiral beyond anyone's expectations. Rocco lies in a sterile hospital bed, his body tethered to several machines, as the steady beeping of the heart monitor fills the room. He had been unconscious for hours, and the doctors worked feverishly to stabilize him. It was a close call. Lulu, Dante, and the rest of the family had hovered in the waiting area, anxiously pacing, unsure if they would get the chance to see him again. But now, as Rocco slowly regains consciousness, the atmosphere in the room shifts from relief to dread. Lulu, exhausted and emotionally drained, stands at her son's bedside. Her hand clutches his, her face streaked with the tears of a mother who's been through too much. She watches as Rocco blinks, his eyes flickering open, confusion evident on his face. When he finally speaks, his voice is hoarse, strained from the ordeal. "Mom," he whispers, barely audible. "Is there anything you've been hiding from Dad and me?" The question lingers in the air, heavy with implication. Lulu freezes, her heart racing. She had hoped, prayed even, that this moment wouldn't come. She had lived with the weight of a secret for so long, never daring to reveal it to Dante, and now her son is forcing the issue. Her pulse quickens as she stammers, trying to find the words to deflect his question. "What do you mean, Rocco?" she asks, her voice trembling with uncertainty. But Rocco is no fool. With a knowing look in his eyes, he pushes forward, determined to get the truth out in the open. "I know what's on your computer, Mom. I know about Brooke and the child." His words land like a bomb, and the room falls into a stunned silence. Lulu's worst fear has materialized. She's been trying to protect Dante from a truth that has haunted her for years. The truth that Brooke Lynn, her estranged sister, had a child with Dante during their brief time apart. The child, a son, had been given up for adoption under circumstances that were meant to remain hidden, a secret locked away by both Brooke and Lulu. But now, Rocco knows. He knows because he discovered the damning evidence in his mother's computer files. Lulu's mind races. She knows that there's no running from the truth anymore. Rocco, her own flesh and blood, knows it all, and the consequences of this revelation are going to be far-reaching. The very foundation of their family is about to be shaken to its core. With a heavy sigh, Lulu sits down beside Rocco, her hands trembling as she wipes away a tear. She knows that the time has come to finally confess everything. There is no avoiding it any longer. Rocco, I'm so sorry, she begins, her voice cracking under the weight of her guilt. I didn't want you to find out this way, but I was trying to protect your father. Rocco's eyes widen, his expression a mix of concern and confusion. What do you mean, Mom? Protect Dad from what? Lulu takes a deep breath, her words coming slowly, as if each one is a weight she can barely carry. Brook, Lynn and Dante, they were together once, a long time ago. Before your father and I got together. And, during that time, they had a child together. A son. The shock on Rocco's face is evident. His mind is racing as he processes what his mother has just confessed. A child? My brother? But why didn't anyone ever tell me? Lulu looks down, unable to meet her son's gaze. We didn't tell anyone, not even Dante. It was a mistake. A mistake that we all tried to bury, but it's been haunting us ever since. Brooke gave the baby up for adoption, and we all agreed to never speak of it again. But why? Rocco presses. Why keep something so important from Dad and me? He has a right to know. Lulu's voice breaks as she finally looks her son in the eye. I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought I was protecting your father from the pain of knowing. I didn't want him to think that he had failed as a father, that he had a son out there he never knew about. As the weight of the confession hangs between them, Dante enters the room. He's been waiting in the hallway, his nerves stretched to the breaking point as he tried to stay calm in the face of his son's critical condition. But as soon as he walks in, he senses the change in the atmosphere. Something is wrong. The air feels thick with tension. Lulu stands up, her face pale and worn from the emotional strain. Dante, she begins, her voice shaky. We need to talk. Dante, sensing the seriousness of the moment, looks from Lulu to Rocco, who is still lying in bed, a pained expression on his face. What's going on? Rocco is the first to speak. Dad, there's something you need to know. It's about the child that Brooke Lynn had with you. Dante's expression darkens. What about it? Rocco takes a deep breath and continues, I found out, Dad. I know about your son, the one that Brooke gave up for adoption. The words hit Dante like a freight train. He staggers back, stunned and shaken. The pain in his eyes is palpable, his world crashing down around him as the truth finally comes to light. The son he never knew about, the child that was taken from him, has been a secret for all these years. He had no idea that a part of him, a part of his own flesh and blood, has been out there in the world, growing up without him. Anger, sadness, and confusion flood Dante's heart all at once. He turns to Lulu, his voice shaking with fury and hurt. Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me this sooner? Lulu, broken and regretful, steps forward, her eyes full of remorse. I'm sorry, Dante. I thought I was protecting you. But I see now that I was wrong. We all were. Dante's expression softens, but the hurt is still there, etched deeply in his face. He walks to the door, his voice heavy with emotion. I need to find him. I need to find my son. Without another word, Dante leaves the room, his mind set on one singular mission: to find the child he never knew he had, to reclaim the part of his life that has been hidden away for so long. As the door slams shut, the weight of the family's secret hangs in the air. The Falconeris have faced countless challenges, but nothing will compare to the storm that is coming as Dante embarks on a journey to find the son he never knew existed. The truth has come to light, and there is no turning back now.